Hey, Jim Malone here from njhypno.com. Thanks for tuning in. Today I thought we'd take a look at the relationship between stress, your health, and possibly how hypnosis can help. And of course, any information I give you is not meant to replace advice or a prescription from your doctor. Rather, it's meant to complement the services you're receiving. To understand, though, the relationship between stress and health, I like to use a metaphor that the body is like a community of cells that rely upon each other, similar to how you live in a town or a city somewhere, and you rely upon other people in order to thrive and survive as well. Well, in any community, you have a limited amount of resources, like public utilities. We'll use that as an example. And I'm sure you've had a situation where it's a hot day, it's 100, 101 degrees, and everyone's cranking out their air conditioning. Well, what frequently happens? You'll get a brownout or a blackout because the electrical grid can't handle the extra demands. Or let's say there's a big fire in your community and the fire department needs extra water to fight the blaze. A lot of times your water pressure will get low. Well, the body is kind of similar in a way, and if you understand what's known as the fight or flight response, this will really make some sense to you, because you see, our hunter-gatherer ancestors lived lives that were very dangerous. So a response evolved to prepare them for decisive action like running or fighting. The body will release stress hormones such as adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. Now, what they would encounter, let's say they had to run or engage in some sort of combat, that physical exertion would discharge the effects of those chemicals, and eventually the body and the mind return to a state of equilibrium, or what the biologists like to refer to as homeostasis. Now, fast forward to the modern day. Mercifully, most of us don't deal with physical danger all that often. However, the fight or flight response gets triggered inappropriately to emotional stresses, such as you get a big unexpected bill and you're going, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. Or you have a presentation that's really important at work and you're not feeling very confident. The body can go into fight or flight over that. Now, fight or flight was, as we mentioned with the previous examples, was meant for short bursts. But what happens if you're always in a state of stress? Well, one of the things the body does is diverts resources to the emergency at hand and away from other functions. And the most notable one with that is your digestion. If you were being chased by a pack of wild dogs, digesting your last meal that you had before this happened would not be a big priority at that moment. So the body will divert away from digestion. If that's carried on too long, it can create some serious problems. Another part of the fight or flight response is that it increases inflammation in the body. And if you were to engage in like combat, or you might be being attacked, that inflammation would fight off pathogens in case you got cut. However, if you're in that state too long with too much inflammation, it actually dampens your immune system and your ability to heal. Another thing that gets disrupted is your ability to sleep deeply. And we know that's when the body does most of its healing and repairing. Because, we don't tend to chill out in the middle of an emergency, so sleep often goes by the wayside. So what can hypnosis do? Well, for starters, it enables people to enter a very deeply relaxed state. Very often when I'm working with someone, it's amazing just how relieved they look after a session, because they haven't relaxed in so long. And the real purpose of our work together is to show them how to get back there on their own. And another aspect is to help you change your responses to the stress factors, the daily irritations and annoyances, so they don't bother you quite so much. So there's a number of ways that hypnosis can help you to reduce your stress levels, and a byproduct of that is feeling better and healing better and just feeling better in general. So if you have any questions, please feel free to connect with me, including if you want to know how we can work together one-to-one. You can call me directly at 732-714-7040, or if you're at my website at njhypno.com, simply use one of the contact forms, shoot me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, thanks for watching. I hope to hear from you soon, and go forth and make it a great day. Take care.